How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy King Cap, and we are here with episode 3 review of Dragon Ball Daima. Now, before I get into the review, just gotta do the usual. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with your friends, your colleagues, all that jazz, and let's get into the review. Alright, so first thing is that I want to say is I'm loving the show. I'm loving the animation. I think everybody's loving the animation. Like, how can you not? They're world building. They're doing all this, but I think I can speak for at least most of us. I'm ready for the plot to kick in. I know that they're building the story. They're introducing us to all these characters. They're doing all that jazz. But realistically, like, I'm ready for the next step of this show. I'm ready for the plot to kick in, and I think that the end of this episode can possibly lead us to that next step in the story. But as of now, I'm okay with 3 episodes of introductions. But I think, I'm ready for the episode and for the series to continue. So that's the only gripe I have with this episode. But I'm getting ahead of myself, as I said before. Let's do the breakdown. Let's talk about it. So the episode starts where we left off. Supreme Kai, Goku, and Glorio are, traveling to the Demon Realm. They're in Glorio's spaceship. They have to go through the, I guess, checking station with that giant fish. And we do get a little bit of a funny part where Goku is saying that he looks like a giant goldfish, and he starts to get really pissed. And Supreme Kai has to tell him, like, yo, Goku, relax. He's kind of sensitive, so you gotta chill. Kind of funny. I mean, it is Goku just being kind of super Goku, because even, after he's warned that, don't talk shit, he's still kind of going on, egging on the people. So, it's just, it's more of like that super kind of modern Goku, but it was funny. It's not nothing that's as bad as some of the issues that he does in Super, but it was fine. But we do realize that you're not supposed to go into the demon realm unless you are a demon. And when the fish is asking, let's see your ears. Okay, your ears are pointy. You're allowed in. And the asks to see Goku's. We see that Supreme Kai actually changes Goku's ears to be pointy, so he looks like a demon. I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, that's the first time we've definitely seen Supreme Kai do any, cosmetic magic to other people. So it was interesting seeing him do that. And then, they're allowed to go into the demon realm and everything. And this is where we learn a little bit more. We learn that there's actually 3 demon worlds. The higher status you are, the higher world you are. So, the world 1 is where like Goma and all these people live. World 2 is actually where most of the Kais are from. They're, it's like your middle ground world, and it seems that a lot of the Supreme Kais and, the species that the Supreme Kai is from the second world. And then you have like your Glorios and like your bandit kind of world as World 3. I guess that's more of like your ghetto in the demon realm. So it was cool that we did learn that. I definitely found that interesting. And that's why I said, like, this is the last 3 episodes has just been world building, right? So it's cool to get all this exposition and all this information. But again, like, I'm ready for the plot to kick in. But we do see some more afterwards. So after, we do see, we get some information about the air, because Goku asked to land their ship so that he can like smell the air and everything. And we do find out that the world's actually very stuffy. Goku finds it kind of hard to move, and it's really thick. And then that's where Glorio says, oh, it's actually the gas. There's like, I guess, gas that goes around the air. They didn't really give too much information on that, and if they did, I'm sorry I missed it. But they're kind of just giving an explanation of why, things might be a little bit harder for the warriors to kind of get used to in fighting. So that was kind of interesting. And we do get a scene afterwards of Goku farting. So I think this is the first time we've seen Goku fart, but it was kind of interesting. And then we also see these bandits, these weird creatures try to attack Goku, Glorio, and Supreme Kai, and they start firing bow and arrows. So they're like kind of like savage, I guess, demons. And it was kind of cool because you see the arrows get shot, and they're moving slow, and even Goku makes a comment that they're so slow, and that's due to the thick air. So I don't know how that's going to play in terms of like when Ki blasts are shot, because we still haven't gotten any Ki blast happen in the show. But well, I'm wondering if that's going to affect how they are, and like you do a Kamehameha, will it be a lot slower because of this thick air? Not too sure. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. And then Glorio just like dodges all the bullets and shoots the rocks to scare them away. So we are seeing Glorio do a little bit. He's seems like he's a very capable person, which I mean was obviously expected because he is a main character. But yeah, it was our first kind of time seeing Glorio do something, so that was definitely pretty sick. And then they go and land in some like town, and they go to a hotel or like an inn, and the guy's trying to rip them off, and Glorio just kind of grabs the guy by the shirt and threatens him with a gun to get a better discount. So we are seeing like it's like very like cyberpunky, I find in this village specifically. And just like how the world is, like there's bandits out there, and like people are trying to rip you off. It's really giving like that Wild West, cyberpunk like kind of era. It's cool. I'm definitely excited to see what comes from it. But we do have that scene, and then Goku, being Goku, is hungry, of course, and he asks to get food. They ask the inn owner, and the inn owner says there's a bar across the street. They probably have hamburgers. That was kind of funny how they specifically mentioned hamburgers. So they go in, and we get that classic, like stereotypical, the ragtag people walk into a bar and everybody's staring at them and giving them shit. We get a scene like that, which it's kind of cool. This is the first time I think that this has ever happened in like a Dragon Ball story, where you get like that classic, the characters walk into a bar and the entire bar wants to fight them. It was kind of cool. Definitely the first time I've seen Goku in a bar. So we've got Goku farting and Goku in a bar for the first time in this episode. So yeah, I mean, hey, shit's happening. And it was kind of funny because they order hamburgers. Goku wants 5 burgers. And when the burgers come out, I'm not gonna lie, like the buns are black and then there's meat. Goku asks what kind of meat this is, and Glorio is like, don't ask. But the buns looked like asses. Like, I don't know if it was just me, but I was looking at the buns and they looked like buns. They look like booties, So I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if that was like on purpose, but like these looks like some ass burgers, okay? So, they get threatened by a bunch of these demons because they see that Goku's got rounded ears, and they start fighting. And this is like our first actual, I guess, fight in the series. We see Glorio splash them with his drink and then start, fighting everyone and blocking them. And, the choreography is cool, like pretty cool. It's nice to see Glorio do more action. They're definitely trying to, hype this character up, which I think it's going to be pretty cool. I like Glorio so far. He hasn't given me any reason to not like him. He's been pretty stoic, but, I'm definitely down to see more of him. I definitely can probably see they're going to like release more emotion from him eventually. And then, they try to attack Goku, and it was really cool because it kind of reminded me of like your old school Jackie Chan kung fu movies where, Goku blocks it with like the plate, and then he takes the other plate and he's like blocking all the punches with the plates, and then he slams the 2 plates against one of the demons' head and throws him to the ground. Kind of cool, just they're classic Jackie Chan kung fu movies where you're using the environment to help you. Thought that was kind of cool. And then we see, Goku just fight the other demons from the bar. And the choreography was good. I mean, this is definitely not the top fight scene. I think that's going to be in next episode. But we do see some choreography. We do see a little bit of action. And we do see Goku fighting in his new, mini body. So it was definitely entertaining. I wish it went on a little bit longer, but I think that's because they're saving that, big action sequence for the next episode. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool scene. Never thought I'd see like a bar scene in a Dragon Ball anime, but here we are in 2024, and I'm for it. So, after all that, Goku, I forgot to mention, Goku's eating still as he's fighting. Like, he's putting burgers in his mouth and doing flips and still eating. It was really funny. And then after he kicks everyone's ass, he wants another burger, so they get another burger. And, they go back to the inn, they sleep for the night, and the bandit demons that they fought at the bar, they go and steal Glorio's ship overnight, and the episode ends with them waking up, going to their ship, and their ship is gone. So that's where the episode ends, and we do see a little preview of the next episode, and it looks like that's going to be the crazy action sequence that I believe we got a trailer for, back when Daima was announced. I think it was like the second trailer. So we are going to be seeing that. I also did notice that he's doing some of the moves, like Goku's doing some of the moves. That is actually in Sparking Zero, so I'm guessing this is where they got like the moveset from Goku Mini in Sparking Zero. So I'm definitely excited to see that. But yeah, I mean, this episode, again, not a lot happened. We are still world building. We're still introducing characters. I mean, this is definitely more of an introduction to Glorio than the second episode because we didn't really get much time with him. So that's okay. But yeah, I think it was an entertaining episode, but I'm ready for the next portion of this story, and I'm hoping that next episode is going to push that plot forward, just because it's kind of odd. Like, we haven't seen Goma at all since he took Dende. We haven't seen Goma or Degasu or Supreme Kai's sister. We haven't seen any character, even the Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma. We didn't see any of them this episode. It was literally just Goku, Supreme Kai, and Glorio, and then the people that they fight. So I think that they're just focusing on putting all of the seeds in before they start to give us this grand story. But I hope it comes soon, because episode 4 is next week. I think that that's a good time where you start putting the plot in the forefront. But that's just me. We'll see what happens. But overall, great episode. I'm still very, very engaged in this show, and I cannot wait for the next week. It's kind of funny. I love the whole weekly hype per episode, like how it was in Super and everything. But man, does it suck waiting a week for a new episode. Like, come on, dude. But we are here. It'll keep the show going for a while. And yeah, episode 4 next week. I'm definitely excited, because it looks like, just based on the little preview they gave us, we're going to get a pretty big fight scene. So I'm excited to see the choreography, the music, and everything. How Goku fights it when he's actually trying and he's using his power pole. I think it's going to be a good episode. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. But that's going to do it here, guys. Just a quick review. I wanted to get this out yesterday, but I was just super busy. I'm also working on the Black Ops 6 review. Probably going to try and throw that out by tomorrow, the day after. We'll see what happens. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you do want to see that review. Or, hey, if you want to see my thoughts on episode 4, definitely you know where you are. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with your friends, all of that. And I will be back next week for the episode 4 review. But if you can't wait to see or hear this beautiful voice of mine, I will be back in a couple of days with the Black Ops 6 review. So I appreciate you all watching the review. I appreciate all the new followers and subscribers and the comments. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate engaging with all of you. And I will catch y'all in the next episode. King Cap signing out. Peace, everyone.